Hi, and thank you for coming to talk to me. I really
Hi,
appreciate
Brandon.
it. Now, I stopped by the set when the film was in production. I watched, you don't know this, but I was watching you and Nick film a scene. There was a lot of improvisation going on.
I don't think so.
In that scene, there certainly was.
I don't, you know, I think it was all scripted. I think it was all from the script because we were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah?
And I think John Brown did such a good job, it might have sounded like it was improvisation. I mean, I may have thrown a few swear words in there extra on top of it.
More or less
that
what it
may
was.
have been it. Was it the mad scene at the end when we get drunk and play the board game?
It was that, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was pretty much on the script. He pretty much wrote it that way, did
A little bit of extra cussing.
Mr. Brown.
And who was the first person you spoke to about this? Who was it? Was it James who came to you? Was it Nara that came to you? Nick came to you. And how did he pitch it to you?
We were at the premiere of Snow White, and he said to me, "There's a movie coming up this summer, and I'd love you to read it." And then he said 4 words. He said, "You're Ron Parfitt, salsa dancer." I said, "Well, you got me. You had me at Ron." So there you go. And then I'd read the script and I thought it was terrifically funny. And it was a great way to be back here, for some comeback here. I always love coming back to England.
Yeah, yeah.
And making a movie. And Griffiths did a great job on it. And a talented cast. So it was a lot of fun.
And it is very much British film. I mean, it feels to me like Nick's a big star here now and he's leading a film for us.
Absolutely. No, but I mean, I think it's in the tradition of what he's been doing before. I mean, him and Simon are now going their separate ways. They'll come together again. But I mean, they've learned a lot. But also, they this is very clever. I mean, they take Hollywood classic movies and put their twist on them. Do it in a very British way. I mean, they say you're going to copy, you copy from the best, but they've done it, but it's not copying, it's taking that basic premise of this, about dancing, which is great, a musical, and turning it into a very funny, but reality-based British movie with a bit of edge in it, which, most American rom-coms, as they call them, don't have. They're usually sloppy and sentimental, and this has a bit of an edge in it. And also a little moral to it, that if you stick to your guns and do what you really believe in, it'll turn out all right. It takes the character, Bruce, 20 years to learn that he, what he is. But that's okay. It's good.
I don't know what I'm ultimately going to learn, but it's taken me a lot more than 20 years to get
It'll
there.
come out. You've got plenty of time, Brendan.
But you don't actually get to do as much dancing as I might have hoped.
You might have. Well, that's keep him interested. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about him. It's not about me. The film's about me bringing back our relationship, me with the kid, and teaching him. So I mean, you want to see Nick dance. You don't want to see the teacher dance. He's the guy who knows about it. So I mean, I get to do a little bit in the teaching, whatever. But not for lack of trying.
I would have liked a little bit more.
Not for lack of trying.
So when you sat down and you spoke to Nick about Ron, or was it, I mean, did all your ideas of Ron come out of John's script, or was there a discussion about
all out of John's script. I mean, my idea, I mean, you've put your twist on it, the costume and the way you look and the attitude, whatever, but all the script and all the ideas of the character come from John Brown, who did a great job.
As you were reading that, I mean, and Ron was crystallising in your head, who did you start to sort of see here? How did you, what are the defining characteristics of Ron?
Oh, a guy who couldn't give about anything, except dancing and leading the life the way he wants to lead it. And when Bruce comes back in his life, it's like, oh, you little, what do you want from me? And then, of course, he goes back and his talent comes through. And it's shine. And you want to, and he said, you could have been the best, but you weren't. But now you're proving it to me. And there's a moral to it, about his character, that Nick, no matter how old you are, that, deep inside you, and it makes him a better person. So and Ron smiles at the end for once,
Yeah, I know. Could have done a bit more of that as well.
When he sees his pupil, no, it's about. That's what's enjoyable about these kind of movies. I mean, it all. It's like when you play in an ensemble movie like this, and you get all the characters. I mean, and that's part of the charm of the movie. I think the fact that you've got some, Chris O'Dowd and Rashida, and Rory and Olivia and all the other, and K-Van, who's hysterical.
He kind of steals it, doesn't he?
K-Van?
Yeah.
I think he's great.
When he's in it,
he's very funny.
He's just great.
He's great.
K-Van, generally.
Good actor.
No, you reminded me earlier. I mean, you've done a lot of films in the States, you've done a lot of films, bigger movies. Little Bird tells me Blackbeard's probably coming back for the next Pirates film.
Oh, I don't think so.
Talk to you about it?
Oh, I don't think so. No, they'll probably probably too expensive the next time because it's in
right?
your contract. They'll probably say we can't. No, it's John. They're going to Johnny will probably get I don't know, another, probably give him another island somewhere to do the next one. Whenever they do, they keep announcing it and they keep putting it back again.
That's true. Those keep slipping
Who knows
away.
what
So
they'll
you're not
do with
expecting to be
Well,
involved.
I don't think so. No, no more than I expect to be asked back to. You know, if they do Hercules 2, the one I just finished. If there's supposed to be another one on those big movies, they always get you to sign.
Sure.
You know, for the follow-up.
Sure.
At some extravagant sum, but you never. Besides which, excuse me, quite frankly, I wouldn't want to. You know, another 16 weeks in some paradise of slogging through.
Terrible.
No, sometimes it is terrible, but no, they get pretty boring, those movies.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
But this was a lot more fun.
This was great. 9 weeks, solid in England, lovely, funny every day. You get to do something. You don't have to, you know, you don't spend 8 hours in your trailer reading a book and watching TV, which is a very nice way to be when you do the big spectacular movies. But this is more fun, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I think we're out of time, but I
Pleasure.
appreciate your time. Thank
Cheers,
you.
Brandon.